Butterfly IQ, a beautiful name and a very apt one for a device that transforms a smartphone into an ultrasound scanner. The tool is created by the digital unicorn Butterfly Network and is backed by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, among others. For more on the potential here, I'm joined in the chat room by Jonathan Rothberg, founder and CEO of the Butterfly Network. Jonathan, fantastic to have you with us. Just explain why this device is so revolutionary, and it's for many reasons here. Talk me through exactly what it does.
All of our lives were transformed when people put a computer on a chip, when people put a camera on a chip. I was involved in putting DNA sequencing on a chip. When you put something on a chip, it democratizes it. So I decided to put an ultrasound on a chip because my daughter needed constant scans, and they were hard to use and expensive. And now anybody can use it, and it's inexpensive. So everywhere in the world, we can democratize a window into the human body.
Talk to me about this chip, because this was very different technology from what we've seen from ultrasounds in the past, and that just made them so much more expensive than what you've managed to create. And we've been doing ultrasound using smartphones for a while, but even the cost there was several thousands. You've got the cost down to, what, around $2,000. Critical.
So for the last 50 years, people use these crystals and carts, and you had one probe for one body part.
Yes.
This is the world's first and only whole body scanner, and with the smartphone, it's easy to use, and we use augmented reality so anybody can pick it up and save a life.
I mean, we've got images of it, and it's really quite simple. It directs you. It says, look, a bit closer, a bit further to the left, go to the right. So actually using this out in the field in medical situations is, again, significantly easier perhaps than it has been in the past.
Absolutely. A stethoscope, which has been given to doctors for 200 years,
yes,
is difficult to use. The UC Irvine class this year at their white coat ceremony, instead of giving them a stethoscope, gave them a Butterfly IQ. And now every single medical school student is being trained right from the start to have this window into the human body.
So talk to me about some of the practical implications, because I think two for me stood out. One is unborn children and being able to give women a view on their unborn child, but also treating pneumonia. You were doing work in Uganda as well. Two critical issues.
Absolutely. Right now, 2/3 of the world have no access to medical imaging.
Yeah.
So when you pick up a Butterfly IQ in New York City, a cardiologist can use it, and that's great. But how about for the rest of the world? So with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, we developed applications that allow them to diagnose childhood pneumonia, which used to kill 2,400 children a day. We gave them an application to stage babies so a mother can get to a safe place when she's going to have a baby. Right now, every 90 seconds, a child dies during birth.
Yes.
And our goal is to change that. I created the Butterfly IQ because of my daughter.
Yeah.
For someone I love. Now I want to make sure the whole world has it when somebody they love needs it. So it has to be there, has to be inexpensive, has to be easy to use. And our goal is to make sure everybody in the world has access to a window into the human body that can save a life when someone you love needs saving.
I mean, the medical imaging, as far as pneumonia, is an interesting one for me too, because traditionally it was a guesswork. So you just blanket give antibiotics. Got a cold, got a fever, whatever it is, you blanket antibiotics, particularly in places where they're becoming more and more resistant to drugs too. So there's a butterfly effect here, a benefit here in other ways as well from providing this technology.
People are calling it a butterfly effect.
It's a
so
good
when
name.
we were in Africa and we're running at these clinics now, sure, in an hour's time, 24 kids will come in, but only half of them really have childhood pneumonia, and we give the right drug to the right person.
Right.
So it's personalized medicine in your hand around the globe.
Okay, so how many different countries, how many doctors, how many non-doctors actually are using these, and what next? How do you spread the word here? Because the price here, I think we have to reiterate again, critical. $50,000 to $100,000 for a traditional ultrasound system. You've got the price down, smartphone connected, to $2,000.
$2,000, and we're just starting. So our goal is pretty simple. Last 50 years, they sold 500,000 of those carts.
Right.
Our goal is to put, in the next 18 months, as many ultrasounds in as many people's hands as the rest of the industry did cumulatively in the last 50 years. And that's just what you saw with camera phones, that's just what you saw with computers. When you put something on a chip, it democratizes it.
You're raising money. You've already raised money. I guess you're on the lookout for more money. Is that what you need? Is that what we actually need in order to spread the word and take this more broad and actually grow the company?
Talent first, money second. So we have money in the bank, and we're hiring the smartest people in the world and the people that care the most in the world. Because as you mentioned, we are now global. Every 15 days, we're opening another country.
Wow. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing great work.
Thank you.
And your daughter's okay?
My daughter's great.
Fantastic. How long did it take to develop, by the way?
5 years.
Was it? 5 years. That's still a work in progress. Fantastic to have you on the show, and we'll watch your progress.
Thank you.
Certainly. The butterfly effect. Jonathan, thank you. Jonathan Rothberg there. All right.